Meeple Super can go through any wall, but can it go through a Buster Shield? And no, it can't. That's one myth down, and we've got 98 more myths to bust in this video. Juju throws down her staff when using her super. It looks like she throws it down, but she still has it, so myth busted. Even though Brock's clothes is blue, his portrait has him wearing purple clothes. Myth confirmed. This is because of Brock's rework that happened a few months ago. Carl can shoot the ball while throwing at his pickaxe. This is actually a pretty useful trick, myth confirmed. Mortis can escape Lumi's super. Myth confirmed, even though I'm pretty sure Mortis isn't the only brawler that can escape Lumi's super. A heart will appear when you use Kenji's gadget. I didn't see a heart, just a few lines around him, so myth busted. The ball can go through Meeple's super. Nope, even Meeple can't cheat in Brawl Ball. Cavern Churn has a secret area. What? But I've seen YouTube shorts. Were they lying? Kit's super charges faster with the bow totem. Normally it takes about 20 seconds to charge, but with the bow totem, it takes about 13 seconds, so myth confirmed. Astro Colt's portrait will change if you choose one of Colt's chromas. Okay, so I'm gonna choose Hyperion Colt, and no, it still looks to be the default portrait. Demon Mortis's hypercharge is actually slower. I think it's just the way the skin looks, but they look to be the same speed. Myth number 12, Max's gadget doesn't stop B's super. Nope, the gadget did cancel the effect, so myth busted. Nita's super can stun people while in the air. Hey, it actually does work, but it's a shame that most maps nowadays don't actually have jump pads. What you get from the daily rewards is inconsistent. Okay, so if this is right, I should be getting 10 credits tomorrow. And now that it's the next day, I do get 10 credits, so myth busted. Carl can aim his attack while using his super. Myth confirmed, and this could have some practical use to it. RT can reconnect with his legs anywhere across the map. Oh, myth confirmed. That took me across the entire Showdown map. So apparently it's actually possible to move the blue star. You have to die as you're picking it up, and the timing is super... Whoa, we just got it first try! No way! Dude, that actually looks so weird. Ollie can hypnotize himself using a Buster Shield. Yeah, myth busted. I really didn't think this was gonna work. Nani can TP with her gadget right as she's being supered by Cordelius. I tried this a few times, but I could never get it right, so I'm just gonna say myth busted. Kid jumps off Daryl if they both go through a great TP. Well, they both go through, but Kid does fall off, so myth confirmed. While standing still, Finks can dodge shots with his gadget. I tried this countless times, but I could never get it right, so myth busted. Nerd Squeak is actually pay to lose. I guess it's technically true because you can see the countdown on when the attack's gonna end, but it's not like anyone uses Nerd Squeak anyway. Sam's hypercharge can work on pets. And that's another myth busted. Lumi's super can trap people using the respawn shields. I think this used to work, but I guess they patched it, so myth busted. Surge's hypercharge will keep his skin effects. I mean, I don't even use this skin, so I don't know what the effects look like, but this looks right, so myth confirmed. You can see the eyes of Astral Colt's portrait. Oh, and you actually can as it's fading out. That's pretty cool. The lanes on Bridge Too Far have different sizes. Yeah, now that I actually look at it, the right one has 4 tiles, and the left one has 3 tiles. And it's also the same on the opposite side of the map since it's symmetrical. Finks loses his attack when standing next to a wall. Wait, it's actually true. He's only firing the middle projectile. So I guess Finks' biggest counter is walls. Lily can escape from Meeple's gadget using her own gadget. Oh, I actually didn't think this would work. I guess Meeple technically counters Lily now. Cat B, or whatever the name of this skin is, leaves behind a trail of paw prints. Myth confirmed, they're even golden because I'm using the gold skin. Finks can use his paws gadget to get Kid off of Daryl. I mean, at this point, there's at least 100 ways to get Kid off of Daryl. Myth number 31 is that it's possible to bypass the brand new safe shields. We're gonna power up Hank as much as we can. We're gonna pop our hypercharge, get on the safe, and the moment of truth, myth confirmed that did almost 40% to the safe. Nani can aim her attack through walls. Oh, and you actually can aim the middle part out. Of course, the shot won't actually reach, but it's still kind of fun to move it around. Using code Mythic in the Brawl Stars shop will give you 1 million gems. Sadly, this is a myth busted because I don't have a code yet. But if you enjoy these types of videos and want to support me, then hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot and I really appreciate it. RT's laughing pin is in the tune of the Brawl Stars theme. Oh, it actually does kind of sound like that, myth confirmed. So according to a comment I got on my last myth video, it actually is possible to tie in Hot Zone. If both players take the jump pad at the exact same time, we wait the full duration, and there we go, that looks to be a draw, myth confirmed. Wait, but how did the Gus get star player? If you take the jump pad as Oni Kenji, something really weird happens. Oh, his hypercharge form clips through the map, that's actually kind of creepy. The bird that Odin Cordelius has actually can be seen outside of bushes. No, he should be standing at the edge of the bush and I can't see it, so myth busted. Ollie can hypnotize brawlers while inside a Charlie cocoon. Myth confirmed, and now we're just both stuck here completely paralyzed. Jaeyoung charges his super way quicker with bow totems. I know this is kind of obvious, but just look how fast he gets his supers now. This is insane. If you watch a match replay with Stu, his starting animation will also shoot fireworks. Okay, I swear I've seen this before, but they must have fixed it, but that's still a myth busted. Aiming the ball in Brawl Ball is actually glitched. As you can see, the ball is clearly not going to go in, but it does anyway. Is this why so many teams at Brawl Cup were struggling to score? Gus's Hypercharge has two different patterns. So if I use it on myself, they all go out in a straight direction. But if I use it on a teammate, they all curve out. But to be honest, my bad randoms don't deserve a Gus shield. The Tanuki Jessie skin has a visual glitch. Myth confirmed. For just a second, the turret becomes way too big. The Toy Story skins have custom attack sounds. This is a myth confirmed, and I wish they'd do this with more skins because honestly, this is really cool. It's possible to choose what brawlers you want for your quest. Okay, so right now I'm using Larry and Lori, and if I refresh this quest, nope, that is a myth busted. Shelly is the starting brawler. Yes, myth confirmed. Many people don't know this. Lumi can use her gadgets while the morning stars are being returned. What? I thought you weren't able to do this. I'm pretty sure this means they buffed Lumi, but myth confirmed anyway. Leon's super gets revealed if he's walking near walls. I'm walking around all these walls, but it doesn't look like I'm getting revealed. Myth busted. Galactic Gil is the only rare skin to have custom animations. Myth confirmed, and I don't know why the animators decided to go all out on this random skin. If Kaze swaps forms, she loses the Gus shield. Myth confirmed, this is just like how Meg or Bonnie can also lose Gus shields. Buster's gadget has a different attack design. Alright, I'll pop my gadget, and it looks pretty identical to me, so myth busted. Barry can take jump pads while using his super. Alright, let's get this a try. Why am I lagging? Okay, take number 2, and it does look to be true. Myth confirmed. Kaze's geisha form is faster than her ninja form. Okay, at a first glance, the geisha form does look to be a little bit faster, but we can just confirm it by going to the stat menu. Here you can see geisha form is very fast, and ninja form is just normal. Brawl Stars actually has a secret modifier. If we open the menu and scroll all the way to the bottom, oh, it's actually gone now. There was a modifier where poison clouds would randomly spawn. I don't remember what it was called, but I guess they removed it. That's pretty mysterious. Kid can jump on Willow during her hypercharge. Nope, this is a myth busted. But wait, why is Fang's health completely gone now? I guess this is now a 2-in-1 myth, because what is this? If Cordelius supers 8-bit right as he puts down his super, you'll still be able to see the super effects. And no, it doesn't look like anything's appearing. It is random what direction Kenji will slash in his super. I don't really know so far. It seems to always be left and right. Let me try aiming it downward. Oh, it's slightly different when you aim it downward. That's actually really good to know. Spike can outlive a Chester Hypercharge with just his fertilized star power. Honestly, I thought the initial blast would kill him, but he actually survived it. It's possible to weave through Bo's attacks. For this test, Bo will be shooting in a straight line without moving any directions. And I'm using a brawler with very fast movement speed, but it's so difficult. Every time I've tried it, it looks possible, but at the end of the day, I don't think it is, so myth busted. Griff can use his hypercharge outside the map. Myth confirmed, and this is actually pretty useful if you want to hit absolutely nothing. Ems can knock back Daryl while he's using his super. No, it doesn't work, so that's a myth busted, and yeah. Cordelius can lose the effect of Finks' gadget by going into the Shadow Realm. And it looks like I'm still frozen, so myth busted. Gale can replace jump pads with his own jump pad. I'm gonna wait for this one to go off, and it won't even let me place one here, so myth busted. Brawl Stars has shiny sprays. And yes, I actually knew about this one. Sprays that are shiny usually means they're collector's items, which means they're rare, so if you have one of these, good for you. It's possible to redirect a Bell Hypercharge. So this Mortis is gonna dash in right as I hyper, and he was able to perfectly thread the needle and make my Hypercharge hit nothing. Hank's shield star power actually works with Sprout walls. This is a myth confirmed, and Hank already kinda counters Sprout, so I guess he counters them more now? Trophy boxes are an absolute scam. Myth confirmed. I've opened like 10 of these now and I still haven't gotten the star drop pins. Like Supercell, just give me them already. Thinks his super can slow down Primo's meteor gadget. And no it can't, so myth busted. Jaeyoung's extra high note has no limit to how much it can stack. So we've got 5 brawlers and 5 pets here. And at the end there we can see we did 3,600 damage. So I think it's safe to say this is a myth confirmed. If Meeple gets revived while his gadget is popped, then every attack will be a gadget. Myth confirmed, and this is one of the craziest bugs I've ever seen. Forget Brawl Stars, this is now Minecraft. Bull has a non-legendary skin with custom voice lines. And yes he does. For some reason Space Ox Bull Bull does have custom voice lines. Quit Playing Poco has a custom gadget design. Alright, let me take a look at this. No, that's definitely the original Poco design, so myth busted. Buying coins from the shop is a waste of gems. Myth confirmed, if you do this, you are dumb. And buying vision gear for Mortis is a waste of this gold. Also myth confirmed, if you buy this, you are even dumber. Bonnie doesn't use teeth to attack. What I mean by this is normally her attack does look like little teeth, but according to the attack description, she actually fires clusters of small grenades. That's pretty deadly for such a little kid. Melody's speed star power stacks with her hypercharge. Looking at this side-by-side comparison, I do think the hypercharge nodes make her a little bit faster. Choosing to play again gives you easier games. Alright, well our opponents don't look too bad. The only thing that's bad though are my teammates because we still lost. Bo's vision star power lets him see brawlers that are invisible, specifically brawlers that are in bushes. But no, it doesn't look like I'm able to see them. This is another myth from my last video that I got a lot of comments about, and that's that Stu can cross the showdown map if I spam my super instead of dragging it. But no, even with this new technique, I only make it about halfway across. Myth busted. It's possible to weave through a B hypercharge. Okay, normally with Max, I don't think it's possible, but if we use her super, we could just barely make it through. Myth confirmed. If you stand perfectly centered within Piper's hypercharge, you won't take any damage. And yep, just like her regular super, you don't take any damage. Carl can get 2 pickaxes using Finks' super. I know Finks' super is pretty crazy, but this is about as crazy as it can get. It's possible to have Melody's hypercharge notes stack on top of her regular notes. Let's see. Oh, I'm doing it right now. I actually have no idea how I did it, but myth confirmed. You can actually use the safe's knockback to dodge explosions. And nope, the Chester super still hit me, so that's a myth busted. Oni Kenji is the only hypercharge skin to be labeled as a legendary skin. And yep, you can see right here he's part of the legendary skins collection. If Mo takes a jump pad while he's about to exit his form, he hits the ground. Oh, myth confirmed. That looks pretty jarring, but hey, that could be useful for something. If you kill Finks in a showdown match, the ring from his gadget won't disappear. And yeah, it's actually still here. It's actually kind of sad. It's almost like the gravestone of the Finks. Sam's hypercharge will work on his teammates if he's being controlled by Willow. Myth busted because you can't even use Sam's super when you're being controlled with Willow. Squeak's star power will do more damage to Kit if he's on top of a teammate. Normally it does 2600, and when he jumps on his teammate, that's 3000 damage. Myth confirmed. Paper Cordelius was removed from the catalog. Okay, well it's right here in the shop, so that's a myth busted. But for a few days it actually was gone from the catalog. I just forgot to record it. Jackie can damage Kenji while he's supering using her counter crush star power. And I use my super and I'm still unscathed, so myth busted. Meg can kill people with her super right as they're respawning. Nope. And nope, I can't get it, so I think that is a myth busted. Bo can have 2 sets of hyper mines at the same time. Nope, you can only have 1 hyper mine and 1 regular mine at the same time. The way Eve aims her super is different from when she aims her hyper super. This is what aiming her super looks like, and when she aims her hyper super, it's actually a little more vertical. You can aim Bonnie's super when she's out of her cannon. Yeah, for some reason this super does have an aiming reticle. It's pretty useless, but hey, the more you know. Burger Lou's attacks has tiny thumbs downs. Okay, wait, it actually looks like he's shooting thumbs ups. But if it's an enemy Burger Lou, then he's shooting thumbs downs. Is this secretly the most toxic skin ever? If Juju quickly swaps forms, she can attack insanely fast. Oh my gosh, that is crazy fast. I'm surprised I don't see more people using this. And this last myth is actually something I want all of you to do. If you click the subscribe button, it will turn gray. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button to bust a myth, and thank you all for watching.